Hello and welcome to my brand new gardening series that I have been so excited to share with all of you. I've been working so hard. Let's jump right into it. These are the seeds that I purchased from MI Gardener. I am so grateful for his YouTube channel. I've learned so much, and I cannot thank him enough for all the information he shares. I also purchased from Ohio Heirloom Seeds, and I just figured that their zones are pretty similar to mine, so whatever they can grow, I can grow too. YouTube also led me to these two books that I purchased from Amazon. Take a listen to these fresh, crisp pages. My absolute favorite, and I have already learned so much from these two. I definitely recommend if you are a first-time gardener as well. Spring is in the air, the sun is shining, and along with myself, my plants are so happy to feel some warmth. So let's get started. All right, I am beginning my garden journey starting today. It is the very first day of spring. Paco and I made it through our very first winter. I am so proud of us. Paco, we did it. He just made himself comfortable here. But I just wanted to introduce this little thing that I've been working so hard on and researching, and I hope all goes well. I am starting a produce garden straight from seeds. I've never done this before. I have a bunch of houseplants, and I've always had a garden with potted plants, and I used to have the cutest little backyard. I had to give a lot of my plants away. It made me really sad, but this is going to be a new type of garden that I'm going to do. And Paco, that's really rude. Hey, this is my workspace, dude. You have the whole house to go lay. You know, you could go on the couch, and you can go on your bed, and you can go anywhere else. Make yourself comfortable, okay? So anyway, this is a whole new ball game for me. I've never attempted it, so I hope for the best. If I can get produce from half the seeds I got, I will be happy. Like, if the other half just don't do well and I learn from it and I do better next year, that'll be a win for me still. So I went to Walmart yesterday, and I usually don't shop at Walmart, but I went this time. I really wanted to try to keep a super tight budget on this and just make this happen without spending a ton of money, because that's kind of the whole point, right? To be able to be self-sustainable and to grow your own food. It's so that you can just rely on yourself and not spend extra funds on things that you can do at home. So I'm taking this really serious. I got this super beautiful calendar, so I'm going to start marking down when to start the seeds. This is going to be my seed organizer, and I got this really cute notebook. Walmart coming through. I was shocked, and I've already started taking some notes. And I'm also going to start repotting some of my indoor plants today just to make them look pretty and help them grow a little more. I found these super cute pots, and they're pretty big. They're about 6 inches, and they were only $5. I could not believe it. Like, I just had to get them. I don't really know where I'm gonna put them yet or what I'm gonna put in it, but I had to get them. And then here's my little seed starter tray. So here it goes. I can't wait to see what happens and just learn, really grow, so that next year my garden can be even better. So come along with me, see what happens, and hopefully this will help you if you too are doing this for the first time or thinking about it. I feel like if I can do it, definitely anyone else can, so fingers crossed. These are my broccoli seeds, and they're going in here. So for now, I'm doing 12 cells of each plant. just to kind of see what happens. And I'm putting at least 2 seeds in each one just to give it a better chance to grow. And then I'm going to leave these 3 empty because I want to try to germinate seeds a different way. So I just want to kind of experiment and see what works best, or if there really is a difference or not. So I'm going to put these seeds in Ziploc baggies, see if they germinate, and then if they do, I'll pop them in here and then see if they do any different than the ones that were planted directly in the soil. So we shall see. So we have broccoli here, cabbage, we have cauliflower, and we have kale. And then here will be 2 different parsleys, but I do need to pre-soak the seeds before putting them in. So I'm going to do that today, and this time tomorrow I should be able to put them in. So these are my cold crops. These are the veggies that prefer cooler weather. All right, so now that I have those properly labeled, and I will put the parsley in there tomorrow, I am just going to cover this now. And then we'll go take it downstairs, and I'll let you know what my plan is from there. I got this shop light from Walmart, and I am so impressed with it. I actually bought bulbs for it, and it came with its own bulbs. They were skimpy on the chain though, even though it was promoting an adjustable chain. So I'm going to order longer chain links tonight. Obviously this light is way too high, but for today I'm just going to leave it. And my plan is to let the seeds sit out in some sunshine tomorrow. So hopefully they'll be all right until they start to germinate a little bit. And luckily we do have a vent in here, so this room always stays about 70 to 75 degrees. It never gets any lower than that. And since it is such a small room, it holds the heat well. So I'm confident that this is going to be the perfect room to get the seeds going. And the seeds will stay warm in here until they're ready to go outside. I'm going to bring my trays in now, and we'll see how it goes. I think I'm pretty confident in this on this part. Pucky, you ready to grow some plants? You ready to grow some food? Oh, you're ready, Peanut? Okay. All right, let's go get them, guys. Let's go get them. All right, so there we have it. They're in their new little home for the next few weeks. And again, I am aware this light is nowhere near where it needs to be, but by tomorrow, we should have some links here to lower the light. So these are all the seeds I put into dirt today. And I am going to do about 5 each in a plastic bag with coffee filters, spray that and see if they germinate in the plastic baggies. And then if I get some good things coming out of the seeds, I will pop them in the soil and see what happens. Good morning. It is March 23rd, I believe. I am coming in to check on my little seedlings. So this is the setup for the first set of seeds that I have going here. I finally got some longer chains. I ordered these off Amazon. It's perfect. I got 4 pairs, and then they're connected to the chain that the light came with, and it is absolutely perfect length. And you can adjust the chains if needed. So I'm going to be getting another light and another table in here. And I did already check, you guys. Look at this. I could cry. Let's see if I could get a good... Let's see. Let me open it a little so you can see. Oh my gosh, I have my first sprouted seeds. I could cry, you guys. And I did already check on some of these that are opening up. I will show that a little bit later. but it's happening. I am so excited. I know this is just the beginning, so I'm trying not to get too excited, but there's things happening in here. All right. Manifesting my own fresh produce on this plate one day while I continue my research. Hello, it is March 23rd, going into March 24th almost. It's almost 12 a.m. And I am here to turn this grow light off. So the schedule for these seeds has been, I wake up, I get the light on by 8 a.m. and then turn it off by 12 a.m. and then it'll be off until the next morning at 8 a.m. You guys, it has been 3 days and I cannot believe what I'm about to show you. Like, oh, my heart is just fluttering. Look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's working. Look at all of these little sprouts. Oh, my heart is so happy right now. This one isn't doing it as quickly, but there is one. Where is it? All the way in the back over there, if you can see it. Oh my gosh. If this isn't the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Hard work paying off right in front of your eyes. Like, this is instant gratification. And I know I'm not trying to get my hopes up. I'm not going to get overly excited. I'm just so happy. It did say to prop open once you get some seeds going, so I have it very slightly cracked. I hope I did it right, and hopefully some of this condensation goes away because I don't want the soil to get too soggy. I have not watered them yet. I haven't had to, but they seem to be liking their environment. And the great thing about this light, you would think it would get very warm being so close to the plastic, and it really doesn't. It gives me no concern at all with how much heat it's giving off. It has been about 5 days, I would say more like 4.5, and I'm just showing the progress of some of these seeds that I have germinating in the Ziploc baggies. So this is a flower, not too much going on with the flowers yet, but check out these broccoli seeds. Perfect. I will be transplanting these tomorrow because there's already some green on them, so I know I need to get those under some light. And this is cabbage, so slowly but surely. It's been really interesting just to see the difference between the growth. So this is another flower, and look how much growth that has on there compared to the first one I showed you. And then we got some onion. It's just so cool. Like, I'm really glad I experimented with this. Look at how amazing. These flowers are going to be ready so quickly. I've already got some soil and some pots for some of these things that are going to be ready sooner than our garden beds are going to be ready, but it's okay. I'm going to experiment with containers this year. I got regular containers. I'm going to get some fabric containers, and I'm just gonna try a bunch of different things out. But look at this broccoli progress. I cannot believe it. Wait, is this broccoli? Oh no, this is black kale. And this is pretty much the same as what's going on downstairs in the trays. The kale seems to be growing very well, very fast. And let's see, some more of the onion. Aren't they so cute? And then I planted these 2 days later, and these are tomatoes, so nothing's going on yet, which is definitely normal. And then I did see some of these leaves downstairs, and they are about like a purplish reddish, and this is the red rock cabbage. So those are gonna be beautiful. Some more kale seeds, like kale is killing it. And then this parsley, I started a day after, but parsley is slow to germinate, so that's all good. And then I just have it in this little reused Tupperware thing that we got some granola bars in, and I cover it with a lid. And today I went through and resprayed some of the ones that I'll be transplanting soon because they were drying up a little, and I know how important it is for seeds to have a lot of water, so that's what I just did. Now it's starting to rain out here. I just can't wait until everything is green and filled in again, but spring is a beautiful thing, you guys. Happy spring. We are making good progress, guys. I'm proud of us. Good night. This is day 7 of seed growing, and this is the 2 trays that I seeded last Saturday. So we're making pretty good progress so far. We got some really great growth with cabbage and kale, and we got some really cute onions sprouting. And then this tray, the parsley, I did a little later, so this is normal. And then some cauliflower and some kale over here, and broccoli are growing well. But I just wanted to show kind of what's been going on. So I did put about 2 to 3 seeds in each pot just because it's my first time and I really just did not know what to expect. And you can see there's 3 to 1 here, 2 to 1. And they're already getting a little leggy because of the lighting, so I have them in natural lighting today. But what I'm about to do is go through and start thinning these ones, and I really don't have the heart to throw them out. So I'm going to repot them and see what happens. And I don't know if I mentioned last time that I was leaving these empty. So I think what I'll do is put some of these in here and just see if they catch on. And then these are the seeds I have germinating this way. These are the ones that just don't really have much going on yet. That's okay. These all have something going on, which is so amazing. Like, look at the progress. This here is one of the flowers, one of the very first ones to be blooming. This is kale, onion, we have some cabbage here, and I know this is a lot of plastic. I plan on reusing every single one of these for the next seeds, and that's why I have them labeled here with the date, and I'll just cross them out and start over with the next ones. We have broccoli, red cabbage, another onion, and cauliflower. So I was going to put these into these little pods that were empty, but instead I will be putting them in here. I'm gonna cut them a little, close the bottom, and fill them up with the seed starting soil, and we'll see how they do in here. And this is just a recycled thing of plastic, I think from tomatoes, so I'll be able to cover them with something. And I've just been collecting these containers that some of our food's coming in, and I'm just using them as little seed starting trays. So we'll see. Everything's going to be an experiment. I just want to see what works, what doesn't, and see what I'm going to use next year, and then, you know, what kind of grows stronger, better, faster. So far it is this way, but we'll see what happens when I start transferring these over. And then I want to see if these really work, or do they end up getting really moldy and I have to throw them out. So that's why I started so many, so that I wouldn't feel bad if I did have to get rid of some or they just didn't work out. But I do want to show and note for myself too that this is the 7th day. I took the domes off the 5th day, and I really took them off because I started noticing mold. So I'll show you on these sticks. There's some mold. Let's see if I can get a good shot. So I'm gonna go through and I'm going to remake these things because I don't want mold anywhere near my seeds. So I'm going to take all these sticks out, remark them. It's a little bit of a waste, but mold is never good. And then I'm going to take a wet paper towel with a little bit of bleach on it and really clean in between the pods, and then take off some of the dirt here too. It's getting a little mildewy, moldy, and I did see in a lot of videos, Taco, I did see in a lot of videos that this is something that happens and it's normal. You just don't want it to take over. Obviously, mold is never good for anything, not for us, not for the plants. And I definitely want to stop it before it spreads. So that's what I'm doing today. And now I know for the next tray of seeds that I start, I'm going to remove the domes as soon as I see some leaves forming. Now I know I'm just going to make sure my soil's a little less wet before putting the seeds in. Maybe I'll water it the day before I start the next trays, and then I will take the dome off after the 4th day. So before going into the 5th day, and I think that will definitely cut out any problems with mold next time. And I did see a video where these get super duper moldy. So I think for sure I will put some damp soil in there, not wet, and then just make sure to spray inside as best as I can. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. So this is a little update, and I'm going to organize and start putting some of these in there, and I will show you what we have later. Okay, so I have thinned most of the long big ones that were growing about 2 to 3, and then I left these little ones here just to give them a little longer to fight. This here is one that I transferred already, and these two, and as you can see, they are not happy. Like this whole row here, I don't know if it was shock or I didn't do it gentle enough, but they're watered now, they're in the sun. I'm gonna give them a couple days. If they die out, they die out. Like I literally have so many here that I could just replace it with, and I'll know to be a little more gentle next time, or just wait until they get a little bigger. But I'm not too concerned. If they come back, great. If they don't, it's okay. I did leave the stronger ones in their original pods, and then I put the little weaker ones away, so we'll see. And I'm still deciding if I want to thin these or if I want to experiment a little with flowers and just see if I can grow as many as I possibly can. And then here's the relabeled markers. No mold. It was such a waste. I feel really bad. I think next time I'm just going to buy some basic popsicle sticks because these are like $4 a pack and I've already gone through one. So I don't think it's really worth it. And then here's these other ones. I have the parsley covered here. There's everything else. Everything's been bottom watered, so they sucked up all the water. It's actually pretty cool because you get to see the soil on top get wet when they've absorbed all they need, and then they're relabeled. This little guy was sprouting very well in the coffee filters, but there's no sprouts here yet. They may be underneath the soil. There's only a couple here. The rest haven't came out. Got some mold that I'll be cleaning off with the bleach. But same thing with these sweet yellow onion. I don't have any sprouts yet from this soil, but look at these. So I'm gonna put these in there right now and then see if there's any difference with these ones coming up. This is a cool comparison of the broccoli. So this is the broccoli that was germinating in the coffee filter, and this is the broccoli germinating in the soil. So it's almost the same. Obviously the ones in the soil are a bit fuller, but it could just be them being leggy from trying to catch light, because it is the ones on the edge that seem to be bigger versus these ones here who don't have to reach so much for the light. So I'm going to now put these in these extra ones here and see if they grow any different. This is the red rock cabbage that was germinating in the filters. And this is the red rock cabbage that was germinating in the soil. I only have these two that sprouted and nothing else. So I will put these in here and then we'll see. All right, here we go. I'm just going to water these a little bit. And I'm using this spray bottle because I don't want to get them too wet. The next time I water, I'll water from the bottom. And they'll be in significant light, so I think that'll help dry them out a little bit. Also, check out my little cheat sheet, how I'm going to remember what's in here. I know that looks crazy, but I will definitely remember. And this is just such a good, if I was starting seeds, like such a perfect dome to keep that insulated. So I will say that the first week is officially done with, and this is my progress for the first 7 days. I have all the trays wiped off, and new sticks in, so there should be no more mold growth at all. Crossing my fingers, and I just can't get over how cute these onion are. I love it. These are starting to stand up a little bit, so I have some hope that they will do all right. And I got most of the trays filled up pretty well. So these are now going under the grow light since all the sunshine has gone, and I will keep you all updated, of course, on next week.